Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you how to use and effectively track information for the social media audit template. So by this time, you should have received the download for the social media audit template to your inbox. You will have clicked the link and you should see a blue button that basically opens right up, and you should see a blue button that says make a copy. You want to click that button and you should see a spreadsheet that looks something like this. So just a quick overview of the social media audit template. You will see 4 boxes. So you'll have a purple one, a blue one, green, and yellow. This signifies the different quarters in a year. Best practices of how to use this audit template. I recommend that you do your audit every quarter, so either at the end of a quarter or the beginning of a quarter. That way you're getting into a cadence of when to track your social media presence and just consistently updating that information. So for example, because this is being filmed in April of 2021, you can start at April 2021 and then wrap up in April of 2022. However you want to do it, you can delete one of these boxes and then start a new tab for the new year. Whatever works best for you. So for sake of this video, we're going to work off of the purple box. I'm just going to quickly run through my own personal social media presence, specifically with Instagram and Facebook, and just give you a quick rundown of how to use it. All right. So in this first box, this will be our Q1 box, and you will see it is laid out into 3 sections. So we've got summary, analytics, and are these items up to date? So in the summary section, this is just kind of like brass tacks, everything that you need to know if someone were to kind of, look at this quickly, just some information about your social media platforms. The URL, otherwise known as like the handle of that platform. You've got the different platforms that you may be using. So for example, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, etc. If you use something that you may not see listed here, like for example, Nextdoor, maybe something a little bit more niche specific to your industry, you can add another row in here and add that in. Column D, you will see priority. This one may be a little bit confusing, but basically what priority means is you'll see primary, secondary, and tertiary. So when I think about social media platforms, I like to kind of rate them, are they a primary platform to me? Are they a secondary platform? Are they tertiary? So in order of importance. And this is a way to delegate my time to this platform. I will just kind of quickly show you what that means. We'll do Instagram really quick. Grab this handle. Right. Priority. This is one of my primary platforms. I spend most of my time on this platform. This is a high priority for me. Same with Facebook. We're all Whitney DeBerry on all of these. So let's just run that down right there. Facebook, I would consider this a secondary platform. I do keep it active, but I would not consider it a primary platform. It's not a huge source of time, basically, is what I would say. Pinterest. Right now it's tertiary. It's actually non-existent for me. I'm not using it. TikTok, tertiary. LinkedIn, secondary. Twitter, same. There we go. So when I kind of prioritize platforms, this is the way I would think of how I am spending my efforts here. I've got my primary platform being Instagram. And, when you think about your social media management, you don't want to be spending all of your time on all of these platforms, because most likely your audience is not spending all of their time on all of these platforms. So that will just help you with time management, because social media can be super overwhelming. Navigating to column E, this is the updates. You will fill this in very last. Basically what this is this is a quick summary of things need to be updated you've already updated it, or it requires no updates. Next up is column F. This is the frequency. How often are you posting to these platforms? So I'm just going to continue on with Instagram and Facebook from here on out. So I post to Instagram probably 4 to 5 times a week, and Facebook 2 times per week. And what are the goals of these platforms? What are you trying to do? So I educate, conversions, and awareness. And then on Facebook, I'm strictly brand awareness. Whatever your goals are, you just want to put them here. All right, now that we have finished this summary section, we are going to move on to the analytics section. First up, we've got followers. So I'm just going to start filling in some of these numbers. Top piece of content. Here you want to link to a top performing piece of content for your pages, and maybe add in a little note as to why it was a top performing piece of content and what you can do in the future to replicate that content. Did it have a really good graphic? Did it have a really relatable message in it? Did it get a lot of likes, shares? What made it top performing, and what can you do in the future to create more content just like it? Conversions. So when I think about conversions, that can be different for everyone. This may be calls, lead form fill outs. You'll want to check on Google Analytics to see exactly, what is a conversion for you. You'll want to set up goals in Google Analytics. So within the last 7 days, I can see, I had 0 goals completed. But then, of course, if I adjust the deadline, I can see I had 22 from Facebook. So I want to enter that in. Engagement rate. So engagement rate, you can go ahead and just check that on the back end, the insight section of your platforms. Add that in there. And then if there's any other notable analytics that you want to keep track of, maybe impressions are important to you, reach, link clicks, phone calls, shares, whatever metric you're looking to track, go ahead and add a column and you can begin tracking that information. I like to keep it simple and keep this information handy. If you're just starting out, keep it simple. Don't go into data overwhelm. But if the data is not confusing to you, just go ahead and start adding different columns for your favorite metrics that you want to keep track of. And the final column, this is probably the most important column, I would say. Are these items up to date? Basically, this is where you're going to be optimizing your social media presence. So as we know, technology is ever changing, and as we go about our daily lives, we can get kind of lost in the time, and we may slip up and not realize, oh, maybe my link in bio is not working anymore, or my highlights are outdated, or Instagram has released a new feature and I'm not using highlights, or something to the sort. So we'll want to, be really aware. Do I have a link? Yes. Is it working? Yes. If it's not, you want to put no. Bio, is your bio updated? Is it representative of what you're doing? Is it keyword heavy? Is there a call to action? Logo, are you using your most recent logo? Is it high res? Cover photo, same thing there. Are you using high res cover photo, and are they consistent across all of your social media platforms? That's super important. Highlights, do you have highlights for Instagram? Hashtag strategy. When was the last time you switched up your hashtag strategy? When was the last time you even analyzed it? And if you mark no on any of these sections, you want to come over here and flip this to needs updated. And then you'll want to begin tasking these things out, getting them into your workflow, begin updating. And that's it. So this is how you're going to use the social media audit. By the end of it, by the end of using it, all of this should be completely updated. You don't want to go too long without completely updating everything, but you should have a good tracker for your quarterly metrics and optimizations for social media. And this will keep you accountable and will be a good standard for your growth on social media. Good luck.